Hello friends, this is my family story project. I'm Sophie Harris, a junior in Notre Dame. A fun fact about me is that I love dogs. I mean, look at these good boys. This is my dad, Andy. He has a foreign accent, knows how to code, and makes model airplanes in his spare time. What a cool guy. This is the story of how my dad, Andy, left the job he was unhappy with to pursue a master's degree in an alternate career. But in between these two things, he traveled from England to France and embarked alone on a month-long cycling trip. Enjoy the video.
I'm your father. My name's Andy Harris and I'm 55 years old. Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe 15 or 16 I used to play around with my bicycles all the time. And then when I was 17 I got a motorcycle. And I was good at maths and physics, so it just seemed like a good idea. So, at university, my first year, I mean, I'd really covered the first year of my university at school, so I kind of got bored. And then the second year, I really didn't do very well, and I just scraped through into the third year. The third year, I was living on university accommodation, and I did really pretty well. And the fourth year was kind of so-so, so it was kind of okay at university. I didn't really excel. And then I was sponsored to go to university by Rolls-Royce, so I went and worked for Rolls-Royce for 4 years. So the people at work didn't seem to be very happy, and I figured that it was time for me to get out, and I saw an opportunity to get paid to go to college, so I thought I'd go off and do a master's degree. I'd been on a skiing trip to France, and although French was my worst subject at school, I really liked going to France and talking French to people. So I figured I've got 4 weeks between finishing work and starting college. I'll go to France and ride around on my bicycle. It'll be quite cheap because I was camping, and it seemed like a good thing to do. I didn't have much money, so why not have a go? So at the time I'd never been to America, so I contrasted it with UK culture, but it just seemed a much more stylish and friendlier place. One really specific difference for a cyclist: in France, when people pass you, they go there to dangerous lengths to keep away from you, to make sure you're safe. Even like on a mountain road, they'll go onto the other side of the road, which is dangerous for them, just to avoid crowding you. But in the UK, people really aren't like that. Oh, many interesting stories that fascinated me. So I went over the Col de Tourmalet and the Col d'Aubisque, which are passes that are commonly on the Tour de France. I was camping in this place in the Pyrenees, and there were some English people staying there as well. I remember hearing them. They came back from the bar drunk, and I could hear them coming over to steal my clothes, which were hanging up. So I told them to bugger off, and in the morning they'd all gone. I was camping and my tent got so wet that I had snails on the inside of it in the morning. That's pretty nasty. I loved being in France on my own and not speaking any English for so long. It helped me to know that I could rely on myself, and that planning everything out sometimes just doesn't work. There's no need to do it. When things come up, you deal with them, and you don't need to worry about them if you're not sure what's going to happen. Well, it was a new start for me, so I went to do my master's degree. It was just a year. It was in London, so that was much more exciting than where I was in Derby before. I met a bunch of new friends. I'd been working for 4 years, so doing the master's degree was really kind of easier than going to work, so that was good. I could do the work, so I could do. I felt I could be effective at work, and I was interested in the whole subject. It just seemed like an up-and-coming, vibrant thing, and you could build things very quickly rather than with mechanical engineering. It takes a long time to build stuff. Yeah, it's like life isn't a straight path. I didn't expect to end up in America working as a computer programmer, but I did. Just take opportunities as they come along. So for me, yeah, the big opportunity was getting to work in the States, which I worked for an American company after I got my master's degree. I worked for an American company in the UK, and I got to do training in Texas, which made me realise I like the United States. So when one of my friends was able to get me a job in South San Francisco, I grabbed it with both hands, and I've been here ever since. That was 23 years ago. Bye. God bless America. God save the Queen.